My goodness, there's more weeds around the car than 1964 Burning Man. Well, maybe not. Hello there, people of the internet. How is everybody doing today? I have the sunset going on in the background. I was going to say the sunset setting in the background, but that didn't quite sound right. I'm out here with a little pocket pistol that I decided to pick up simply because it looked really cool. This right here is the Taurus Spectrum. It reminds me of the PPK, but it is chambered in 380, which is a little bit more available than 32 ACP, which is why I decided to go ahead and pick this thing up. Now, there's nothing real special about it. They're cheap little handguns. Taurus is notorious for making, very cheap polymer frame handguns for budget defensive purposes. But I decided to pick this thing up simply because of its very unique design. Not only that, but I've been looking for a 380 simply because I do not currently own a 380. So now I can say that I am the proud owner of a 380. There's a couple things that I do like about this pistol, and there's a couple of things that I don't like about this pistol. I like the fact that it is nice and small. It's lightweight, it's compact, it makes for an excellent pocket pistol. I have two magazines that came with this thing. They're single stack 380. The larger magazine holds 7 rounds, whereas one second, I have it here somewhere. The smaller flush magazine holds 6 rounds. Now, obviously, I prefer the larger magazine because I have a place to rest my pinky with it on the gun. Otherwise, with the smaller magazine, I have absolutely nowhere to rest my pinky, and it just kind of dangles out there and reminds me of Friday night in high school. Never mind, I don't want to talk about that. The triggers on these absolutely suck. They are a double action style trigger, so anyone who has fired anything double action knows just how much double action can suck. They don't have any single action features from what I've been able to tell. They disassemble kind of uniquely. You need an actual tool in order to disassemble these. They are a tilting barrel action, a Browning action, so they do disassemble relatively the same way as 99.99% of the other tilting barrel modern polymer frame defensive handguns out there, but the only difference is you actually need like a little flathead screwdriver or something to take this one apart. So pros and cons, whenever I got this thing, it was dirt cheap. It was like 180 bucks walking out the door. I got this one used. I've stuck a grand total of probably about 2 magazines worth through this thing. There's no external safety that I've been able to notice, but the trigger is so long and difficult to pull that if you manage to unintentionally set that thing off, then there's something wrong with you. However, if you want to set it off, you really have to give it a good squeeze. Also reminds me of my Friday nights in high school. So I have my 7 rounds of 380 ACP in this single stack magazine. And like I had said, I actually prefer the larger magazine. However, it does make it a little bit more inconvenient to actually conceal. Anytime I carry this thing, which is not very often, but I have done it. Anytime I carry this thing, I always make sure that I carry it with the flat mag and the second magazine kind of as a spare magazine. But this right here does make it easier to conceal inside of a pocket. The sights on this thing are as rudimentary as it gets. They are just non-adjustable sights that are molded directly onto the top of this thing. Whenever I had tested this pistol, I don't know, several days ago, whenever I was just lobbing lead at about 7 yards, it had typical micro 380 ACP accuracy, probably about 4-inch group at 7 yards or so. So not great, but not exactly uncommon for these things. I have not had any malfunctions out of this thing yet, which definitely is something that I would say is a perk to it. A lot of times whenever you have yourself these micro compacts, they are known to malfunction. However, I am only sticking ball ammunition through this thing, and ball ammunition is one of the most reliable kinds of ammunition. If you're running soft points or hollow points, those are the types of ammunition that normally get caught on the feed ramps or magazine lips, or tend to not quite be as reliable, especially if you're running something that is higher pressure than what the gun is normally designed around. But a lot of your modern manufacturing and modern technology and modern designs, the firearms, what the hell was that? The firearms that are produced with the modern aspects in mind oftentimes make firearms that can operate normally under the higher pressures and the different projectiles that the there's something flying around over there. What is that thing? Okay, I guess there it goes. As long as it doesn't come over here. What the hell was I just talking about? A lot of your modern manufacturing takes into account all the modern ammunition, hollow points, soft points, higher pressures, etc., etc. I don't know what kind of reliability we would get from this thing if I were to run hollow points or soft points through it. Like I had said, I had only ran full metal jackets through this thing, ball ammunition, and it has been all reliable so far. Albeit the accuracy is not all that great, but you're only going to get so much accuracy from a handgun of this size, of this magnitude, especially with one that has a trigger as absolutely awful as this one does. Let me go ahead, I'm showing clear, and I'll go ahead and show just how lengthy this trigger pull is. It's double action, and there's no wall to break through, and by God, is it one stiff trigger. And since it is double action, you can pull the trigger as many times as you want. If you have a round that doesn't fire, let's say you're firing, cheap steel case ammunition like I oftentimes do, although today I have some brass case ammunition. This is PPU 380. But if you have a round that doesn't fire, then you can go ahead and just pull that trigger as many times as you want. Hopefully it goes bang, but if it does not go bang, then you have as many trigger pulls as you want to try and get it to go bang. Otherwise, I recommend just racking the slide. Now, I don't really have a specific target. As a matter of fact, I'm getting some Nam flashbacks because I can't really see anything through the jungle. So this is Florida, and this is just the atmosphere that we have to deal with. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and launch some lead. My magazine here came free. That's good to know. Alright, so while I was racking the slide, the magazine had come free on this thing. Maybe I hit the mag release button with my thumb. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just didn't have the mag seated all the way. There's no way to know. Nobody will ever know what happened with that. Okay, what the hell am I aiming at? I'm just gonna send around into the crap on the hood of the car. Send another. Well, I sent 2 rounds. I should have 5 left. Let's do, I don't know. I see some crap on the stove. Okay, so far, 4 rounds in, I have no malfunctions so far, other than the magazine having dropped free that one time. I'm gonna shoot the dirt. I wanna see what kind of impact we get from a 380 in the dirt. I've shot the dirt with many, many calibers before, but I don't think I've ever hit it with a 380 and observed the hole. Well, it was underwhelming. I imagine, all right, I got 2 rounds left. I imagine that this is likely how my ex feels. It's a little tiny hole in the ground. Normally, I mean, hell, I hit it with some full metal jacket 9mm the other day, and it put quite a deal more sizable holes in the ground than this stuff did. So yeah, 380 is not quite as potent of a round as 9mm, but my God, my statement stands. 9mm has come a tremendously long way. Let's go ahead and send, oh, I don't know. I'm going to aim, you guys probably can't see it, but I have a paper target over here on the stove that I have hidden in the bushes. Okay, I am positive that I hit that at least that couple of times. Now, it does lock open on an empty magazine. As you can see, the slide release on the side, it's okay, it works, but it's not all that comfortable. I mean, what can I say about this thing? It's a cheap polymer frame, lightweight, very compact little 380 ACP. Hell of a lot better than anybody rocking a 25 ACP. There for a while, I was using a 25 ACP as my pocket gun just because it was the only tiny gun that I had. There's plenty of other micro options out there, but whenever I had moved up, I figured anything was better than 25 ACP. Of course, I do not know. Like I said, this right here is entirely first impressions. I've only stuck like a mag through this thing, or 2 mags, a mag and a half, to test functionality, test accuracy, etc., etc. I'm not sure how long this thing is going to hold up, and I won't know until I stick a fair amount of rounds through it. I don't know how well steel runs through this thing. I know brass, at least the ball ammunition, seems to run okay. I will have to stick more rounds through this thing, but I will have to get more rounds in order to make that happen. 380 is one of those things that is not necessarily difficult to find, but not necessarily as available as something, say, 9mm. 9mm is definitely by far the more superior option, and you can get 9mm in roughly this size, but this thing was just so unique looking that I couldn't say no to it, so I decided to go ahead and pick up this 380. I've had 380s before, but I have gotten rid of those over time. So the Taurus Spectrum, it works at least with ball ammunition. You aim, put your sights on whatever it is that you're wanting to shoot, pull the trigger, it goes bang. Assuming that you're not yanking the gun one way or the other, you'll more than likely hit your target. 7 yards, like I said, I got probably about a 3 to 4 inch group. Rough guesstimations. But besides that, I do wish it was at least double stack, but instead we get single stack. It's 1911 all over again, boys. But I will definitely take single stack 380 over single stack 25 ACP. Now, granted, I do have also made by Taurus, but a 9mm that I keep with me on a regular basis. That right there is my main firearm. But we all get lazy sometimes, and we all, you know, just want to throw on the gym shorts or the sweatpants and go up to the convenience store and buy some snacks and chill out at home and just vibe with whatever it is that you're doing. And you don't really want to, you know, have to throw on a full get up and strap and pack and get ready for absolutely everything. You don't want to have to worry about all the things that come with concealed carry. You want just some little micro 380 or 9mm or some sort of very, very, very compact handgun that you can just stick into your holster, toss into your pocket, and go buy a 6-pack at the convenience store with. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. It's getting dark. I'm not sure how well it picks up on camera, but the sun is definitely setting. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of stuff, because I do this kind of stuff all the time. If you like the video, do me a favor and actually like the video. That helps out with the algorithm. In the description, you're going to find a link to all sorts of stuff, including an email sign up. That is my just in case the fist of YouTube decides to get rid of me. I don't really know what else to say here, so I'm just going to say, hey, thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and do a follow-up on this whenever I have some more ammunition through it, but that will probably be down the road. You guys go off, have a fantastic day. Since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. The poor man's Garen. Shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.